Hey everyone, welcome back. Today is April 8th, and Barrow's back at the Strata Relay on Earth. I wonder what he has today. Any new Prime mods or anything? We do have an upcoming dev stream at, I don't exactly remember when it is, but it is today, and we'll get our updates on Angels of Zerimon, so hopefully we have something to look forwards to. Let's see what Barrow has brought in. The Rashinter Cult Spear Skin is our new item for this week. This ties in with the Rashinter Sindana that we saw last visit from Nej's Laverian. I actually kind of like the Spear Skin more than the Sindana. Pick it up if you want. It probably has... Okay, well, turn-modeled Nej's Flaming Spears. That's our lore piece there. Not as much tax as for the Sindana itself, but it does look pretty cool, so I'd recommend picking it up. Volcanic Edge, I believe this one is farmable. It's your melee 60-60 mod. We got Prime Smite Grenier. This is a pretty important mod. I would strongly recommend picking it up. It fits onto almost every single Daunt build for melee late game. This is because it only applies once on raw damage, but for Daunts, it double dips. So this means instead of doing 55% more damage, so 1.55 times damage, it's squared, meaning Daunts will do 2.4 times the normal damage. And this is what you use to scale stuff like Slash, Toxin, Heats, Gas into endgame. So I'd strongly recommend picking this one up. Prime Ravage is your generic standard crit damage mod for shotguns. Pretty much mandatory, grab that too. Prime Chilling Grasp, this kind of reminds me of Prime Cryo Rounds for rifles. Hey Arnell, thank you for the resource drop chance, blessing. So this, on certain shotguns, like say the Cedo, you don't really need any more status since it already has 50% on the alt fire. So you put on the Toxin 60-60 and then this one. And the purpose of this is to bump up the raw damage high enough to just one-shot fodder without having to actually need to prime them and kill them that way. So there's where that would come in handy. The Prisma Yamako Sindana, I actually find this is pretty nice. The texture material here is a little bit odd, but I feel like it picks up colors really well, so it could be an interesting choice. And then we got the Prisma Koi Sentinel tail. In Arl's Tomb Scene, this is a Captura. The Scimitar Sidonia skin, it looks like that. I don't know, I don't really like it myself. Katir Atmos Diadem. It's a little projecting thing on for your forehead. Twin Grakata's Tosins. Don't like it. Zephyr's Immortal skin. Another Immortal skin comes back. Grab this one if you haven't yet. This is what it looks like. Prisma Machete. Okay, so this weapon is a little bit of a shame. It's a good weapon. I'd recommend trying it out. The only problem is it's worse than the Prisma. It's the Machete Wraith in literally every single way. If I remember correctly, it has worse crit chance, worse crit multiplier. I don't remember if it has worse status. I think it has worse base damage too. Its disposition is also 0.05 lower. So it's not a bad weapon. It's actually a very good weapon. And you might as well pick it up and have fun with it. But if you're looking for the best of the variants, the Wraith version outshines this and is also from Barrow. So that's something to consider. Sonic Core Elixir skin, it's a pretty skin, looks like that. Tenno Kindred Rug, this is for your Orbiter. And Prisma Grinlock. So this is one of those Legacies semi-auto rifles. It's actually pretty strong. With sizable crit chance, it actually has a sequence syndicate augment that gives 200% crit, which supersedes point strike, but now it's basically the same thing as critical delay for 200%. The only thing is, you would just straight up replace critical delay for it because then you don't have to deal with the fire rate penalty. And that is where this weapon falls behind. Its fire rate is just absolutely atrocious. It's the main reason why I just don't use this weapon much. Maybe on Harrow or on Gauss, this weapon can really shine and make up for this, as it has sizable slash, like 50% slash, super high status, and a high crit multiplier. So it's a really good hybrid choice. It's just a shame that the fire rate is so low, and hopefully you can find ways around it. It has very high disposition, so that's one thing to consider if you have a Riven. So I would say better than average, not MR fodder, but not top tier either. We got our Desert Skate Floof that has come back too. Look at this cute thing. Okay, and Prisma Lotus Sigil, the Deimos Lobostracid Prex, Katir Moa Pet Skin. This is actually pretty stylish. I'd pick it up. It looks cool. And the whole Mulciber armor set has come back too. I actually like the shoulders a fair decent amount on this. The legs for me are a little bit more but they're there. The chest plate, though, doesn't do it for me. Maybe you think it's differently. It's up to you and how you decide to do your fashion frame, but I probably won't be picking up the chest piece, even to complete the set, because I can't see myself ever using this, and the Sands of Inar's questline blueprint, as always. That's it. That barrel brought to the PC this week. I'll always be including console down in the description. You should be seeing it soon if it's not there already. And besides that, hey, we're always streaming on Twitch, so if you want to see how my memes, builds, and all those other shenanigans always come together, you can check me out there. It's also down in the description and pinned comment. Thank you all for watching. That'll be it for this video. Thank you all, and see you all next time. Yes.